talk about Mr. Elon Musk.
Let's talk about it.
All right, here we go.
What does it mean to take the red pill? Elon Musk certainly wants you to. He tweeted, take the red pill. And then strangely, flower. And the flower is what the socialists put in their Twitter names. So
Well, there's no red pill emoji, is there? I don't think there is.
I think, no.
Is there? No,
there might be
I
a
don't
pill
think there
emoji.
is.
I think
Yeah, but
there's
it's
a
not
pill.
red.
It's not red. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be red. So I think he might have been just going for the red motif, the red rose.
Poor choice.
Yeah.
I would think.
Well, this is what we get. It's the weirdest thing ever. Ivanka Trump quote tweets Elon Musk, taken.
Wow.
And then Lily Wachowski, one of the creators of The Matrix,
Yeah.
F both of you. You know what,
Wow.
man?
What is happening?
This right here summarizes or exemplifies the problem I have with the cultural left.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure, there are probably some conservatives who do this similar behavior, but cussing at someone isn't a point about anything.
No, you're right.
It's not an argument.
It's a virtue signal. It's a tendency of the cultural left. It's a virtue signal.
It's screaming no when they announce Trump
Right.
as president.
That's what it is.
That's all I see is that video now.
Yeah.
That's it.
All these
It
people
is.
doing this, just like, no,
Yep.
that's it.
That's
It's like, oh, you're just screaming.
What did Ivanka Trump ever do to anybody?
She was the daughter of Trump. I believe that's her
That is
crime.
her main
Whoa,
crime.
Now
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Oof.
It makes sense.
Sins of the father, you know?
When you look at from a different perspective, it's like, oh,
She's
yes.
part orange, so.
she's
Yeah,
part
she's actually
orange.
really nice. Like Trump, I
She's
get.
quite nice,
You
yeah.
know, Trump, like, he's a nasty dude. You know what I mean? Like, didn't he actually say, "I'm a mean guy, but I work for you"?
Yeah.
Like, I watch
But he
conservative.
owns up to it at least.
Right.
Exactly.
He's a
He's a
What's the-
business.
what's
He's
the
a
right
businessman.
word for
They're
it?
cutthroat.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole thing about being a good businessman? You got to be cutthroat. That's how. I mean, how it's
not.
been
It's
anyway.
not. It's not that he's aggressive
Right.
and he's bombastic,
He's
arrogant,
Okay.
and he's like, "I'm a mean guy, but I work for you," and people love it.
Yeah.
he's bellicose. He's
true.
always ready to
Bellicose.
fight. Yeah.
Now look, I understand why people like Trump. I
Yeah.
understand why people don't like him. But what did Ivanka do to anybody?
Shouldn't do anything.
She's like just smiling and like just doing. I mean, I guess people don't like that she has a clothing company or something or whatever. I don't know. I don't care what. It's the weirdest thing that they're.
Well, didn't he appoint her? What position does she have
I
in
mean,
the government? Doesn't
yeah.
she have like an important position?
But
I don't
it's
even-
all
I don't even
nepotism.
know.
She
It's
hasn't
all
done
nepotism.
anything with
No.
it. Yeah.
That's a criticism of Trump, though.
Is
Like
it?
that Trump's appointing his family members and putting them in, surrounding himself. But even then, it's like a weak criticism. It's like, dude, people.
Well, I'm not criticizing. I'm just asking.
No, I mean the
if-
other people.
If she isn't qualified though, then she may deserve some criticism also.
But
with
no,
him.
I think it's a criticism of the person who put her in the position she's not qualified for.
All right, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Like, if Ivanka is look, if you had somebody whose IQ was 80
Uh-huh.
and they got appointed to some job, you'd be like, why did you appoint this person to this job? You wouldn't go to the person whose IQ is 80 and be like, it's your fault.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd be like,
Good point.
Talk to them.
Yeah.
But if they're nice to me, I don't know why you'd be mean to them. Anyway, let's talk about what it means to be red pilled, because that's the big question. So here's the
Enlighten
first story.
us, Tim. Enlighten us.
Oh well. Just wait, because there's a lot of ways to talk about it. Elon Musk falls foul of his mother-in-law. Is he married to Grimes?
No.
No.
They're not married.
There's no other way to
All
say
right,
it.
So, yeah. How?
Grimes' mom,
Yeah.
of his beau's mom.
His
Sure.
baby mama's mom.
Grimes' mom slams daughter's partner for tweeting right-wing take the red pill meme, accusing him of blaring men's rights activism BS, but he was praised by Ivanka. Okay. I don't think Elon Musk knows what the red pill means.
Yeah.
I think, didn't he actually tweet about the Matrix?
Yeah,
just
hadn't
right
he just been
beforehand?
watching it?
Yeah. He probably watched The Matrix and was like, "Yes, everyone should open their eyes."
Because he worries about AI. I know.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't
Well,
know.
I mean,
Top
I mean,
marks.
it feels like everyone has different views of what taking the red pill even means.
Yeah, it's
like there's
too
a big
nuanced.
spectrum out there. Think of it like a gender. There's many different genders of red pill.
There
Let's-
are.
let's think
Can
of
I
it
say that?
way. I think so. Yeah, I think so.
right,
That's fair.
right now, the dominant idea of what red pilled is basically that you're going to vote for Trump or vote Republican or something.
Okay.
It is a bit nebulous.
Yeah.
Then there's
But I feel like that's kind of newer.
W-
That's like a newer term.
relatively, it's been around for years.
Okay.
But going back even further, the red pill referred to this community of, I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. The game. Do you know what the game is?
like the movie or
No,
what?
there's a book called The Game.
No, I don't
and
know.
it's about how men can pick up women and the ways they have to act and the things that women want.
Okay.
And the red pill community was about, like, here's what you need to do to actually understand the desires of women or
Okay.
something like that. I'm probably getting the general philosophy wrong because the media always does, for sure. They call it men's rights stuff. It's not. I think the closest you can get to it is it's an online community of people who study various evolutionary various bits of evolutionary psychology as an effort for dating.
Okay.
And you can criticize them, you can compliment them, whatever you think. I don't care. The point is just like an accurate description. It's called the red pill. And then the general idea of what the red pill always was just waking up.
Yeah, I first heard the term in, 1999 when The Matrix came out? When I watched The Matrix, I went and saw it in the theaters, blew my mind. I was like, this is one of the best movies ever. It's like taking the red pill, opening your mind, revealing the truth.
Yeah.
Finding out what's really going on.
And that's still kind of what it's supposed to mean.
That's what I always,
But
that's
so
how
does,
I take it also.
So does woke.
Getting woke?
Yes. They mean literally the same thing.
Yeah.
I
think that's altered though way faster than the red pill.
So
that steered way left really fast.
No. The left calls what their awakening wokeness. Like when you
True.
finally learn about male privilege and white privilege, now you're woke. You've awoken to, the truth.
Yeah.
And it's funny because being red-pilled, a reference to the Matrix, is essentially the same thing, but the truth is different.
Yeah, but getting woke is like realizing that and then falling flat on your face. It's like, oh,
pretty much.
you're woke now.
No, I think
you
like
just fell on your face.
it's taking the blue pill.
Maybe it's mixing them and then
No.
not realizing what's happening.
And then tripping, and your
Tripping
eyes are
and
like
falling.
bugging out, and you're like,
yeah,
what's
maybe.
that?
That's kind of what
Half
I'm
in,
leaning
half
towards. Yeah, exactly.
That could explain it,
No,
actually.
just going too far. Like, oh, now I know everything, so I'm going to take over the world.
No,
Like,
no, I
that's
think
what it feels like.
One way you could
Getting
describe
woke,
it
I mean.
is if you
Yeah.
took both pills, they'd
Mhm.
both be counteracting yourself, so you'd be half in and half out, so your perception would be all warped and twisted.
Or nothing would happen at all, and it would just... Oh, so
No,
this
I'm
is
just saying,
a dream?
like, one
Okay.
way to describe wokeness is
Mhm.
that they've got, half-cocked, brainless ideas.
Yeah, that's
that were
true.
like someone just wrote one day and then published, and everyone's like, I'm gonna say that's true, and it's like
Actually,
not
that's
true.
really good. That's perfect. It's basically taking both because they're nitpicking and choosing what's perfect for
Right.
for their battles and then like ignoring
they-
other things. Where the red pill is like, I'm accepting all of the truth.
Right. No matter
and
how
Better
hard
yet-
it
everything's
is.
being revealed.
Yeah.
Better yet, one way you
Yeah.
can say it is that when they take both the blue and the red pill, they do wake up, but their brain is still halfway attached to the fake reality.
Yeah.
So they're in the real world saying things that make no sense.
Yeah.
Making
And you're
straw
like,
men.
where? And because they have this parallel alternate dimension in their brain where they're like,
Or they're still connected to the Matrix, maybe.
Yeah, half
Yeah.
connected.
They're like,
ooh.
oh, this is a weird world. I'm going to close my eyes again.
I'm telling you, I see a giant green fairy monster. You need to understand the power. And you're like, that's not real.
That is
Yeah.
not
Your brain is not
there.
in reality.
Yep.
So now I think for the most part,
And they went broke.
red pill kind of just means that it for the most part means like you understand the lies of the media
Yep.
and the establishment, but it basically implies you're voting for Trump, or like you're overtly, on board with the Trump train or
Yeah.
Republicans or whatever.
Okay.
Like a good example is how people keep saying, Tim, take the red pill. And it's like, I don't understand what that's supposed to mean in the context of me constantly telling you the media is lying to you.
Right.
Like
if
single
anyone
day.
that I've known, you would have taken you've had the
could you
red
be
pill.
more-
I-
You eat the red pill for breakfast, as far as I'm concerned.
But what a lot of Trump supporters say is that I'm a dealer. I don't take my own supply.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that what it is?
I like that. It makes sense.
That's funny.
I worked for these companies, man. I've watched them lie. I've watched them fail. And so I was watching the media lie. And so I left and I'm like, hey, guess what? The media's lying. And then it turns out that much of the media's lies lines up with Democrats' narratives. It's
Yeah,
the
they work together.
but it's the establishment. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Right? So the establishment Republicans, a lot of them retired. Some of them are still there. But for the most part, Trump booted them out, brought in a bunch of new people. And so the establishment right now is just the remnants of the Democrats and their media cohorts. And it's obvious. Jacobin magazine, which is the socialist magazine,
Okay.
wrote an article saying Democrats were spreading Russian propaganda. That's the truth. And I'm like, it's so weird to see the socialists and the Trump supporters in agreement on what's really happening.
Yeah.
Like that's waking up. That's the red pill. You can have horrible political ideas,
Mm-hmm.
but you understand you can understand the underlying like truth of reality, the objective reality. That the media lied the whole time, that Russiagate was fake. It's all nonsense. So that's why I think for the most part it's a reference to like colloquially for these people, you are on board for Trump. You're wearing a MAGA hat. You're like totally on board. Not necessarily. It could just be that community.
Okay.
But I think for the most part, you can just say this, like, red-pilled is the cultural right and wokeness is the cultural left. So
It seems that way, yeah.
for Elon Musk, he basically just told the world, join the culture war on the right. That's what he basically said, whether he realizes it or not.
That's
well,
amazing.
he's been ragging on all the Democrats for a while now.
Well, they've been
because-
given a hard time.
Yeah,
Give him a hard
yeah,
time.
absolutely.
In Alameda County, right?
That's why, you know, I can say it. I don't know if he knows what he's actually saying. Maybe he does. Because he's wants to leave California.
Yeah.
He's getting attacked by Democrats. That Lorena Gonzalez woman who said "F you," and he said message, received.
Yeah.
So maybe he was like, take the red pill.
Fine.
F these people.
It's like I don't see why he wouldn't leave California. Like
Didn't he say take
it
both?
doesn't make
though?
sense.
Oh no, it's right here. Yeah, he's like, when you take Dayquil and Nyquil at the same time, did you seriously just take both pills? Oh, I just swore. Great, now we're in trouble.
No.
WTF is wrong with you?
Well, there you have it, everyone.
Now we'll just,
Oh wait,
that's
sorry.
it, just start swearing,
Oops.
everybody.
Oops.
Oops.
I did say earlier that we followed up with an oops.
Oops.
So,
I know
oops.
where to find it. No worries. I'll fix it. Fix it in post.
So the next thing that happens is, we have Lily Wachowski. We have stories getting written about it. The director was infuriated by social media banter in which Musk and Trump tweeted about the red pill. Why?
It is banter.
Why?
I don't get it.
Yeah,
If-
who cares?
Yeah.
Why do you care at all?
If Lily Wachowski shared a skate video of mine, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
F you, don't share my skate videos from a long time ago.
Harumph.
Why would I care?
This is a
be like,
classic
oh,
case of virtue signaling.
I'm afraid.
Yes.
It's serious.
Yep. They she
Lily,
Florbo
yes.
wants a little piece of the action. That's what I see
Yeah.
there. That's
That
all I
makes
see.
sense. I'm relevant again.
Yep.
And I'm
Yeah.
a woman.
Mhm.
They're referencing the Matrix.
I want a piece
better-
of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those
Royalties.
are two famous people that are out there. Boom. Let me get a piece.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but it gets better.
Oh, great.
How could it get better?
Oh my god.
From the New Statesman.
Oh no.
Why we should be worried that Ivanka Trump has taken the red pill.
Oh, come on.
The U.S. president's daughter has confirmed that she, in common with others on the political fringes, denies widely accepted truths about society.
What?
Dude, Donald
Oh,
Trump...
I can't wait to hear what they have to say about this.
Wait. Donald Trump tweeted a video several times now of
Okay.
a reporter in Long Island who was getting yelled at by Trump,
yeah.
by
Yeah,
Trump
I
supporters
remember
saying you're
this.
fake news.
Uh-huh.
And CNN, Brian Stelter, writes this article about what happened. And the opening line is something like, I've written a lot about far-right radicalization, but this video exemplifies it better than anything. I'm like, wait, you mean a bunch of suburban Long Island middle-aged individuals complaining about media lying is far-right?
Yeah.
If they're coming out in uniforms preaching about traditionalism and a free market, I might consider that far-right.
Right.
But these are just regular people holding signs saying you're fake news or whatever.
Yeah.
And CNN's like, they're far. So these people are so far left. The meme is that they're all the way in the far left. So everything to the right of the the
Anything
authoritarian
that
far
isn't
left
them, basically.
is far right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
When you're so far left, moderate is fringe.
She didn't. Here's the best part, right?
Seriously.
Sarah
dude.
Manavis, this woman who wrote this.
Okay, Sarah.
This is such a great example of fake news. What is this? What truths has she not accepted simply by saying the word taken?
Yeah.
She may have just been like, "Woohoo, it's a meme, it's funny, we're in the Matrix," and she might have no idea what it means.
Yeah.
But they write based off one word taken that it means everything. Oh, it's alt-right. Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Ivanka admits it.
It's already too much.
Here's what she writes. On Sunday afternoon, just days after the birth of his seventh child, the billionaire technology entrepreneur Elon Musk tweeted to his audience of 34 million followers to take the red pill. The term is popular in internet communities such as the alt-right and the manosphere.
Is that an internet
What is a
community?
manosphere?
What if-
So
what if-
confused.
That's
What
that's
is that?
that's what I was talking about earlier. The
Oh, okay. The,
Yeah,
the people that
right.
the traditional men.
kind
thing.
of.
What you were
Manosphere
saying.
is a different thing.
Okay.
But what if I said, take the red pill? The term is popular in internet communities that are big fans of the Matrix.
Right.
I could frame it that way too.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly manipulating people because, well, it is.
Right.
The red pills are a reference to the Matrix. Neo is offered the choice between the blue pill and the red pill, blah, blah, blah. The phrase has come to mean rejecting widely accepted truths. No, it doesn't. Particularly those that relate to equality between races, genders, and social groups.
What?
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
Way to slap that in there.
Yeah,
Seriously,
right?
just slip it in.
She's like, I'll just make all of this stuff up.
Now. Calm it down over
Like
there.
a pill. Yeah, you know.
Choosing an
You
alternative...
slip in pills? What?
Slip in.
Slipping people's stuff.
Moving
All right,
on.
let's read.
Moving on.
Choosing an alternative narrative about society. Such narratives lean, in many cases, towards racism, misogyny, and other highly controversial beliefs. While this is not true of every single person who would consider themselves red-pilled, the members of pretty much every alt-right group that you might have heard of, incels, neo-Nazis, eco-fascists, will often consider themselves to have awakened in this way to their fringe theories and socially unaccepted beliefs. Awakened, literally the word woke references you in the exact same thing you're talking about. Also, alt-right groups include eco-fascists?
That was my question.
What is that?
What?
What are eco-fascists? I mean, I know who they are,
Like the
but
Earth
like,
Liberation Front? They're
Yeah,
not
the
alt
elves.
right.
The
What?
Earth Liberation Front.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe they were playing Final Fantasy VII.
I don't know what they're doing. Holy cow, they're on
Yeah.
something.
There's some eco-terrorists in
So
there.
then she tells us what is this? Who cares?
This is nonsense.
Oh my god.
This is the best part.
She's lost me.
I love this. It's such a good example of how fake news works. All Ivanka did was say taken.
One
Yep,
word.
That's it.
There's
Trigger.
a red rose there.
Trigger
Was it a
queen.
red pill about being a socialist maybe? I could argue
Who
that.
knows? Or
So-
that she heard that taking a red pill means you voted for Trump, and she's like, "Well, of course I did. Take
Or
it."
daughter, yeah.
Or she just
Done.
thought of a reference to the Matrix and didn't know what it meant.
True. Boom.
And so here's what we get. Ivanka Trump's tweet suggests that the Trump children are familiar with and perhaps sympathetic to some of the more radical internet communities.
Oh my goodness.
It's not the first time the Trumps have employed the language of the alt-right. Is that still a thing? Like, are they still trying to do this, the alt-right?
They're still trying.
Donald Jr.
I think it's the left trying to convince everybody that they
That the
still are
alt-right
around.
exists.
I mean,
no, the
I'm
alt-right
sure,
exists.
I'm sure they're still around. Yeah.
Right. I'm
But,
talking
like,
about the media.
This all I'm seeing so far is her trying to convince the group around her that everybody that isn't left with them is alt-right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what this seems like.
Fringes. Yep.
Donald
Wow.
Jr. has liked and retweeted controversial internet figures, such as Mike Cernovich and Alex Jones.
Whoa.
Oh!
Ooh.
While Eric Trump infamously used the anti-Semitic internet term shekels
What?
in an interview
Wow.
on Fox News.
I didn't even hear
it's
about
literally
that.
a reference to Israeli money.
Isn't
Oh
that
my-
what it is, though?
Yeah, it-
Shekels?
Yeah.
But that's all it's ever been. Hints, clues. You watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
In Rick and Morty, they go to a bar where they have schmeckles.
Schmeckles.
Gosh.
Is Rick and Morty giving alt-right dog whistles?
Don't give them that
Maybe.
idea, Tim. Oh my gosh.
Well, now that they heard it from the
here,
source.
heard it here first.
Shekels.
Gosh.
Wait,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
this is ridiculous.
no. Does it go
Subreddits,
on?
4chan, blah, blah, blah.
It goes.
Oh my god.
This tweet from Ivanka suggests no, it suggests nothing. She said the word taken. We have no idea what she meant, what it means. We can assume a lot of things. But you wrote, what is this, 500 words?
pretty impressive.
About your interpretation of the alt-right and eco-fascism based on her saying the word taken.
She's got to earn her money.
It's ridiculous. This is insane. She's throwing 4chan in there. She probably put
Eco-fascist.
everything's in there. She probably anything that she could shove into this to like paint
She got
the
to pat
picture.
it. Got to make the right length.
Yes,
I'm
all
just
of them.
imagining
Yeah.
she's like,
Wow.
she's in the writing kitchen, just like smiling, do and like sprinkling in alt-right. And they're like,
Yeah.
what you making? She's like,
Different spices.
Ivanka tweeted one single word, so I'm just going to mix all of these things together and then, I don't
See
know.
what happens.
Put it in the oven, see what comes out.
We'll get some clicks.
I'm gonna call it the woke pie.
Look at
That'd be
this.
nice. Yeah.
Her capacity to normalize dangerous, offensive, and willfully perverse ideologies
Oh.
should not be underestimated.
Oh, that's
Simply
dangerous.
by using their language, she takes what belongs on the murkier corners of the internet and gives it the presidential seal of approval. This
I applaud
awesome.
this. It's amazing.
I am jealous of they get to write this stuff.
It's funny.
You know what,
Gets
man?
paid to do this.
Look at her picture. She loves herself too.
Oh, wait. She's doing the exact same pose as Ivanka, and I'm here for it.
Oh
Look
my
at that.
gosh, she is.
Exact same pose. Is this some kind of dog whistle?
Whoa!
What
I
am
didn't even
looking at
see that
here?
at first.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love it so much.
Did she choose that photo on purpose?
Man, they look alike.
They
Actually,
actually
it's
do.
kind of creepy.
I'm loving it.
Maybe it's just jealousy.
I think
And
it
like,
might be.
but here's the other question too. Like, what did Melania ever do to anybody? She didn't even say anything.
She speaks like 8 languages. She's like so nice. She's so polished.
But they just really go after her. And the only time you ever see her, she's just like sitting there smiling, like doing nothing.
She's
Yeah.
reading books to kids.
Right.
I don't know.
Like totally.
She made a tennis court.
Did she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that like one of the controversies?
Yes.
No, like
they complained that she like had made plans to put a
tell you what,
tennis
man.
court at the White House. It's like,
Oh, how
so?
dare she?
this is how
Who
you know.
cares?
How very dare
She's
she?
the first lady. She could do that. Like, okay,
And Trump should get the exercise, to be honest.
For sure.
good.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the perfect example of what Trump derangement syndrome is.
Gosh. Yep.
Like how much they
Truth.
hate Ivanka, and she says one word, and they make this whole world up about what's really going on, and it's like, I mean, you made all that up, dude.
that article was 100% BS.
Yeah.
I
All
know.
made up.
Every single word. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't pull any facts out
No
at all.
sources.
I didn't see
Yeah.
anything. It was just, we can assume that she did all of this.
I figured it out.
Wow.
Tim
I
figured it out.
Oh, Tim figured it out. Enlighten us, Tim.
I don't think there actually is a human being named Sarah Manevis.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
It is a drawing.
It's a drawing.
It's true.
It's
it
a
does
drawing.
Not look very
This,
real.
in my opinion, is an AI designed to write articles.
SJWAI.
Yes. Well, leftists. So what they do is all the words are already pre-programmed in, alt-right,
I can see it.
eco-fascist. That's why eco-fascist made no sense.
That makes okay.
Because the computer is just mashing words together.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
This seriously feels like
Is it-
every single thing they could have shoved in there, they did.
Are the words dog
Yeah.
whistle in there?
No, I don't. Oh, actually, maybe.
Wait, did they? Type it in. Let's
All
see
right,
it.
all right. I want to know.
Nope.
Aw,
Oh, no. Okay.
What a
all right.
No
bummer.
dog
I was
whistle.
gonna
What
say,
a
that would
bummer.
have sealed it for me.
If she wrote
100%
dog whistle.
robot. Yeah.
Man, this is a. It's impressive. Did you guys read that article from Ben Smith, the New York Times?
No. Oh, I saw you posted it though.
Amazing. Ben Smith wrote a takedown. I'm calling it a takedown. You can't get mad at me. Of Ronan Farrow,
Okay.
pointing out that Ronan Farrow is this hero of not of journalism, I guess. I don't want to point him on any political faction or anything.
Okay.
But he broke the Weinstein story, these big Me Too scandals.
Okay.
And Ben Smith just tore him apart. He was like, in his book, he alleges like conspiracies he can't back up. He makes points, and then Ben's like, I fact checked this. This is not true, and just really tears into him. And he points out that there's this like resistance journalism. I think this is from a previous article he wrote. The resistance journalism, or maybe it's this one, where they're just conspiratorial minded, like they think the worst possible things and they make things up, and it's all narrative driven. Mm-hmm. And one of his criticisms, I could be butchering all this, so you really should just check out the article he wrote. It speaks better for itself, because if I'm getting it wrong, I mean no disrespect. Ben, I don't, I'm getting mad at me. But he basically says that Ronan Farrow has this desire for this cinematic quality of stories,
Okay.
that when you hear them, you're like, that could be a movie. And that's a problem.
Yeah, it is.
So it's like the Weinstein thing, Harvey Weinstein. It's like everything is like exaggerated to a great deal, to a great degree.
Okay.
And like while the guy did do a bunch of crazy things, he even like backed up one of the claims made against Matt Lauer, who got removed from his job, was like not true. So he basically debunked some of these claims made by Ronan Farrow.
And people actually lost their jobs for them,
Oh, totally, yeah.
for their lives.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there's a lot about, Matt Lauer and Weinstein that are confirmed, but he
Okay.
points out not all of it was. Like one of the things he points out in this article is that Ronan Farrow alleges basically, I'm saying basically because I don't, I want to make sure the context could be opinion, but Hillary Clinton was intervening to stop his story on Harvey Weinstein.
Okay.
And it was perfect. The perfect narrative. The seedy establishment elite protecting her friend. And what Ben Smith uncovered was actually the I guess a lawyer for Hillary Clinton, like her companies or whatever, contacted Ronan Farrow not to pressure him to stop, to confirm if the story was real so they wouldn't do business with Weinstein. Basically, I guess Ben verified some text messages where the guy said, if this stuff he's saying about Harvey is true, we don't want to do business with him. Okay. So he called and said, can you confirm this? What did Ronan Farrow write? He called me saying he was concerned about this, clearly an attempt to pressure me into backing off the story.
Of course.
So anyway, I bring this up because this is basically what they've done, and like what the story, about Ivanka Trump and the red pill is.
Yep.
These outlets, they write narratives. They get the story in their mind, and then they're like, ooh, I really want to write a story about like a president's daughter who's a racist eco-fascist. Ooh, here's Ivanka, and she said the word taken. Perfect.
Perfect. That's all I need.
And they just
That
write it up.
fits my narrative.
That's my in. I got this.
I'll tell you a story, man. I don't know if I told this story before, but when I was working for Fusion,
Okay.
so this is the ABC News Univision company.
I remember those days.
Yeah, Miami, you were there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working for them, and I'm sitting in the office in New York. I'm doing my thing because I do video, documentary and stuff, and I hear them doing their like morning news briefing.
Okay.
And this one dude's like, I got a crazy story. This is crazy. Apparently on Imager, right? The website, IMGUR.
Okay.
There's like tens of thousands of uploads of this picture of the Monopoly Man. And he's got puppet strings, and it's like Facebook and Google and Twitter, and no one knows why all of these uploads, like all of these different links, someone's uploading all these photos. And I'm hearing this, and while he's talking, I Google it. 6 months ago, story resolved. When a 404 error occurred on the website, it would auto redirect to a random file name.
Okay.
It was one upload one time. They wrote the story. He knew what the story was. He didn't do any research.
None.
He went in the meeting and said, here's what I'm going to write. And they said, do it. And then he did. And while he was pitching it, I Googled it, and I'm like, this is not true.
Yeah.
Why are they writing this? And I told them, and they were like, well, we'll look into it. I was told that at that company, they would often change articles without notice, without editing histories, without notifications, stealth editing articles, and they didn't want to say anything because they didn't want to call anyone else out because they would get called out too.
Right.
There it is, They go in the meetings and they say, what are you writing today? I have this great story I'm going to write. They never asked them if it was true or not. They were like, cool, do it. And it wasn't real.
I gotta say though, SJW AI sounds scary, man.
I wonder if someone...
I hope it's not true.
I don't think it would be that difficult to make an AI where you could like load up a website and then it's like, give us a name of someone and we'll write some, the AI will automatically generate like calling them a bigot.
That's what this article feels like, that it was auto-generated.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, man. And?
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
That also explains why she's posing the same as Ivanka with blonde hair wearing a red dress.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the AI saw the picture.
It had nothing else to go on.
It's the only reference it had for who the person was.
Oh my gosh, I think you might be right.
I'm kidding, by the way.
I'm sort of
Someone's going to clip this and they're going to be like, look at these crazy conspiracy theorists.
That's us.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. If you want to catch the full show, tune in to this channel, subscribe, hit the like button, or check us out on iTunes and Spotify, and we will soon have this podcast up for free on all podcast platforms. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all in the next episode.